Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Yutaka SUNAYAMA of the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications, or MIC, of the Japanese government. First of all, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to present about Japan's policy evaluation system. I was involved in designing the policy evaluation system of the national government of Japan. And since then, I have been engaged in work related to the operation of the system a number of times. From this standpoint, today I would like to give an overview of Japan's policy evaluation system and discuss recent trends. Let me turn to the next. Okay. Okay, let's get started. The first slide shows the brief history and the gist of the Japanese policy evaluation system. The history leading to the introduction of the policy evaluation system is summarized in the chart on the left. In Japan, as we enter the 21st century, central government ministries and agencies were reformed. Organizational reforms, such as the reorganization of the central ministries and agencies, and administrative reforms, such as strengthening the function of the cabinet, were carried out. And as part of this, the policy evaluation system was introduced as a government-wide system. And as described here, after the system was introduced in 2001, it was enacted into law called the Government Policy Evaluations Act, or simply GPEA. And after the system was introduced in 2001, and the system was implemented based on this GPEA. And as described here, Article 3 of the law describes the essential content of Japan's policy evaluation. The points are the following. The gist described here. And the first one is the policy effects, understanding and evaluating policy effects. And this concept is one of the most important elements regarding Japanese policy evaluation system. And next point is self-evaluation. Each ministry should independently evaluate the policies under their jurisdiction by itself. And this is based on the philosophy that since policy evaluation is built into the policy management cycle of individual ministries and agencies, they are the only evaluator who can implement practical and meaningful policy evaluation. The information produced by evaluation must be practical and provided in a timely manner, sometimes using classified information that cannot be open. So self-evaluation is crucial for those reasons. And finally, use quantitative evaluation methods as much as possible. This is consistent with the recent trends in EBPM, or evidence-based policymaking. Okay, the next slide shows the outline of the system. This diagram shows an overview of the policy evaluation system. First, the purpose of the system is two things. One is effective and efficient administration. And second one is accountability to the public.
Kalau pergi Desaru, biasa duduk mana?
Is there any problem? No? Can I proceed?
Oh, ya.
Yes, please.
All right. Okay, next.
Bukan nak pergi Desaru, nak tanya hotel dekat Desaru yang
okay. Can I continue?
Yes.
All right, thanks. To achieve this objective, each ministry evaluates its own policies within the PDCA cycle, as described here. In doing so, the policy structure is recognized as a pyramid-shaped hierarchy consisting of policy in a narrow meaning, programs and projects, and conduct policy evaluations using evaluation methods appropriate for each layer. Previously, 3 standard methods were used, which are performance evaluation, project evaluation, and comprehensive evaluation. However, it is being revised from 2023 for some reasons, and this point will be explained in a later slide. And MIC's AEB, Administrative Evaluation Bureau of the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications, plans, proposes, manages, and operates this system. AEB monitors the entire system and inspects each ministry's policy evaluation reports. In addition, AEB itself also conducts evaluations of policies that span multiple ministries from the standpoint of an organization specializing in evaluation. Okay, now let's take a look at the three standard methods. The first one is the performance evaluation, which is an equivalent of performance measurement in academic terms. The basic structure of this method is very simple. The targets of evaluation are groups of policies that belong to the layer of the program level. And the ministries and agencies set goals in advance for the program. And after a certain period of time, they measure the degree of achievement of those goals. And one form of this method is called goal-based evaluation. In this method, information such as the purpose, goals, and budget of the program is recorded in advance in a format called a preliminary analysis table, or PAT. And the progress of goal achievement is followed up. This PAE was created in such a way as to cover the main programs of each ministry. So the programs of that ministry could be listed in a uniform format. So it was like a catalog of programs of that ministry. And this was the most popular method among the government, but many people pointed out that its operation is kind of too rigid, and difficult to reflect the evaluation results in policy improvements. So a review of this operation is underway starting in 2023. I will get back to this in the last slide. And next method is project evaluation. This method is aimed at the layer of the project level and classified as ex-ante evaluation, which is implemented before decision-making of certain policies. Japan's policy evaluations are basically ex-post evaluations, but in some areas, ex-ante evaluations at the project level are mandatory. Concerning projects that have a significant impact on people's lives, or projects that require large amounts of money, it is essential to conduct evaluations before making decisions in order to make accurate judgments. And therefore, some areas of projects that have such characteristics are to be evaluated in advance of decision making. However, since the target projects do not exist at the time of evaluation, it is not possible to grasp policy effects based on actual results. And it is necessary to make estimates and predictions regarding future policy effects, which is technically more difficult than other methodologies used in ex-post evaluations. Therefore, in order to actually carry out ex-ante evaluation in practice, the method must be technically established in that field. So ex-ante evaluation is required for 5 limited areas that meet these conditions, which are public works, regulations, special tax measures, and R&D, research and development, and ODA. So ODA project evaluation belongs to here. And in particular, in public works projects, cost-benefit analysis is the mainstream of evaluation technique. And furthermore, since the targets of evaluation are individual project units, if we look at the number of policy evaluation reports, the majority of the reports is on the project level. And the last method is called comprehensive evaluation, which is sometimes considered equivalent to program evaluation academically. There is no standard methodology for this method, and we set a specific theme to be evaluated, and analyze related policies from various angles. And evaluation results are often compiled into a comprehensive report and used to review and improve policies. A typical example of comprehensive evaluation is the survey conducted by AEB, the Administrative Evaluation Bureau of MIC. A survey report provides basic information such as the policy structure, budget, and implementation structure, as well as the status of policy implementation, its effects, and areas for improvement. In comparison, there are currently only a few cases in which individual ministries and agencies conduct comprehensive evaluations. But I think this method is expected to become important in the future when attempting to verify the effectiveness of policies in earnest. Now you can see the trends in the number of policy evaluation reports since the GPA was enforced in 2002. As you can see, when the policy evaluation system was first introduced, around 10,000 policy evaluation reports were published annually. But as a result of reviews to prioritize and streamline evaluation work in 2005, the number has drastically decreased since 2006. But in 2008, the number temporarily increased due to the evaluation cycle for public works, which happens to have a large number of evaluation reports, but this is an only exception. And looking at the breakdown of the most recent evaluation reports published in 2022, there were approximately 1,000 ex-ante evaluations and 1,300 ex-post evaluations. The majority of ex-ante evaluations are in the field of public works projects, which is 546 reports. And regarding the ex-post evaluations, the number of goal-based evaluations, which is most widespread in the entire government, is only less than 200. It is 196 reports. It is because the target of this method is the program level, in which a large number of projects are included, and the targets of evaluation are bigger and fewer compared to the project level. So this is a rough sketch of implementation status of Japan's policy evaluation. And at the end of my presentation, I will introduce the government's recent efforts to improve the policy evaluation. More than 20 years have passed since the introduction of the policy evaluation system in 2001, and each ministry and agency has been able to develop the habit of conducting policy evaluations. Therefore, as a next step, the Japanese government is working on improvements to enhance the quality of policy evaluation. Conventionally, the most popular goal-based method has unified the format of evaluation documents and performed uniform evaluations. However, there is a wide variety of policies and it may not be appropriate to evaluate all policies using one single uniform method in nature. Based on the global trends in EBPM, in order to promote the verification of the causal relationship between policy measures and its effects, it is necessary to conduct analysis that consider the different environments and characteristics of each policy. Taking these points into consideration, we decided to revise our unified and uniform evaluation method, and instead conduct evaluations that fit the variety of characteristics of individual policies. And additionally, in order to further promote evaluations that lead to policy improvements, each ministry is to consider how evaluation-related information should be used in the policy decision-making process and establish appropriate methods. These efforts have only just begun and no concrete results have been achieved at this moment, but I would like to pay attention to its future trends. In this regard, I believe that there is no ultimate and perfect form of policy evaluation because it is constantly evolving. And well, that concludes my presentation, and thank you very much for your attention. Thanks.